Vicious circle. Mother-in-law intentionally turned herself into a pig's head. Prepare to complain to her son. Mother-in-law feels. Jack is so bad at coaxing Tieu Hoa and her mother-in-law. Tieu Hoa and his mother-in-law will be severely punished. What mother-in-law wants to do now? Just waiting for the motorbike driver to pick up. And think carefully about how you're going to complain to Jack later. Who would have thought that Jack had learned it from his mother-in-law long ago? Heard about this? Jack not only did not blame his mother-in-law, Jack also thought it was a relief for Jack to do this. Because a lot has happened lately. Jack has just been promoted again. So Jack said goodbye to Tieu Hoa and his mother-in-law early in the morning. Worked overtime at work. After Jack left, Tieu Hoa and her mother went out of the house, preparing to dismantle previously dismantled bathroom. Gather together. Ingredients and everything is ready. Mother and daughter just need to move the wooden board. Just nail it to the beam. They also spend a lot of time. This bathroom has just been renovated. After the gem is repaired, mother and child are drying brown pears outdoors. The bark was brought out to the balcony. They will take advantage of today's time, weaving tree bark into mats. Only then did they discover. In addition to these constraints, they are still missing one most important thing. So the mother and daughter took the plastic basin. Go towards the creek not far away. Little flower cannot go into the water. Tieu Hoa could only squat on the rock. Bend down to remove stones and alkaline water. Everything is ready. Mother and daughter returned home with these stones. They sat on the bench. Use plastic tie. Tie each of these stones together. Once you have memorized the stones, you can start weaving the mat. Just as the two of them were busy with this, mother-in-law is coming to Tieu Hoa's house. The driver escorted the mother-in-law here. Mother-in-law came when she saw it. Tieu Hoa's mother asked her mother-in-law what she was doing here. Sometimes mother-in-law's skin is itchy. Hear this. The mother-in-law pointed at Tieu Hoa's mother to tell her not to be so arrogant. When Jack returns, the mother-in-law can eat Jack's delicious fruit. The driver felt something was wrong with the atmosphere. The driver just wanted to take the money and leave as soon as possible. To play it out, the mother asked the boy to help her into the house. Otherwise, the mother-in-law will not pay for the ticket. The boy just helped his mother-in-law out the door. The mother-in-law met Tieu Hoa's mother and stopped her. Mother-in-law threatened Tieu Hoa's mother with a stick. Little Flower's mother was not scared at all, because she knows mother-in-law does not suit her at all. However, the mother-in-law did not realize this. Mother-in-law based on the fact that mother-in-law is a sick person. Continue pointing at Tieu Hoa. The mother-in-law used her crutch to point at Tieu Hoa and her daughter. Let them sit across from each other. Mother-in-law wants to have a good fight with them. Of course, Tieu Hoa would not give in to her mother-in-law. Mother-in-law sat down with Tieu Hoa. Mother-in-law talked to Tieu Hoa's mother. Mother-in-law repeated this sentence. It was Tieu Hoa's mother who injured her mother-in-law. Must be responsible for mother-in-law. It can be seen. Tieu Hoa's mother completely did not realize her mistake. It is true that Tieu Hoa's mother beat her mother-in-law. But it was also the mother-in-law who caused Tieu Hoa to miscarry. That's what Tieu Hoa's mother did. The two talked for a long time. Tieu Hoa's mother still hasn't come up with any results. She doesn't want to deal with her mother-in-law anymore. Take Tieu Hoa and prepare to continue working. Mother-in-law wanted to chase her and continue arguing. But suddenly, the mother-in-law could not stand. Fall straight to the ground. Mother-in-law kept crying. Mother-in-law wants Tieu Hoa and others to help. Mother Tieu Hoa just looked back, after scolding her mother-in-law for what she deserved. Then Tieu Hoa's mother ignored her mother-in-law again. At this time, Jack went home from work. Jack saw his foster mother coming. Jack asked his mother again what she was doing here, but the mother-in-law was the one who complained first. Continue to show Jack. The wound was tightly wrapped by the mother-in-law. He originally wanted to use this trick to gain sympathy from his son, but Jack did not sympathize with his mother-in-law at all, because in Jack's opinion, it's all the mother-in-law's fault. See this for yourself? The mother-in-law pointed at Jack and called him the white-eyed wolf. Mother-in-law raised it for so many years in vain. Desired effect not achieved. Mothers-in-law have no choice but to accept the next best thing. Instead of praying to Jack, the mother-in-law was a bit of a plea. Mother-in-law hopes Jack will let her stay here to recover. Mother-in-law said she was home alone. Can't even eat a bite of rice. Jack was too weak after all. Jack finally agreed to his adoptive mother's request. For this result, mother-in-law very pleased. When no one is around in private, mother-in-law kept giggling. What do you think about the mother-in-law's plot? Leave a message. Mute woman remembers her father. Gold necklace for her. Watch again and again. This is the only way she remembers her father. Whenever she sees this necklace, she will remember. Her father reunited and passed away after a long absence. Tears of longing kept falling from the corners of my eyes. Father's last farewell. Let Tieu Hoa feel the resentment of more than 20 years gradually disappear. Now she only thinks about her father. Just when Tieu Hoa was alone, Mom is always the one who cleans the house. Discover strange things in girls. The mother put down the broom and went to her daughter. Mother wants to enlighten her. Mother does not know how to talk. Mother just knows how to stroke her daughter's hair. Try to comfort Tieu Hoa this way. It's just that this method only treats the symptoms and not the root cause. It could not soothe Tieu Hoa's longing at all. At the same time, life was not smooth for his father when he returned home. His current wife, knowing he came back to find his ex-lover. After wife and daughter, she has very strong opinions in her heart. Disabled father with no source of income, so he could only swallow his anger. Hear my wife scold me. Time has come soon to the next day. Tieu Hoa still can't get over the sadness. Look gloomy at work. Although these days, Mother C has been constantly enlightening Tieu Hoa, but the effect is very limited. Hung noticed his wife was in a bad mood. Come to Tieu Hoa to understand the situation. Through the mother-in-law's confession, Hung knew the reason why Tieu Hoa was unhappy. Hung feels like it will continue like this. The person responsible for this problem is not Hung. Decided to bring Tieu Hoa to visit her father. Of course, before going, Hung still consulted his mother-in-law. Mother-in-law does not want to go by herself, but she did not stop Tieu Hoa and Hung from going. Mother-in-law feels the matter between her and Tieu Hoa's father. Love is the grudge of the previous generation. Mothers should not force their daughters. After leaving home, Hung based on the address given by his father-in-law. Hung began asking around the village. Luckily, father-in-law's personality is becoming more and more clear. Hung just said, everyone there knows who it is. So Hung did not spend much effort. Hung found out where his father-in-law is currently living. After arriving, Tieu Hoa was still a little scared to go in. Luckily, Hung was there to encourage her. That's why she didn't run away from the battle. They both felt nervous. Quietly to the kitchen door. The two had no idea what was going on inside. Hung could only temporarily hide at the door. Quietly listen to the conversation of the people in the house. Dad's current wife is no fuel-efficient lamp either. She has a strong personality. She poured her husband's rice straight into her bowl. Prepare for a full meal. Witnessing father's anger towards Tieu Hoa and her mother. Tieu Hoa is so sad. Her tears could not stop falling. Tieu Hoa and Hung were not willing to sacrifice themselves. They know if they show up, it will only make Dad's life more difficult. But my father's current wife, the words are getting harder to hear. So, Tieu Hoa, who has always been kind-hearted, she can't stand it anymore. She rushed into the house and groped the woman. Don't let her do this to her father. But was scolded by a woman. Asked them who they are. Father introduced to wife. Said they were his daughter and son-in-law. After knowing the identity of the tourist, the woman was immediately angry. Stand up from the bench. In her eyes, Tieu Hoa and Hung, the two are here to cause trouble for their families, so as not to embarrass father. Hung explained that they came here for no other purpose, just want to see Dad. It's just that women don't listen to their explanations. Just ask him, do you want this house after all? Do you still want your old house? The woman's words made the father fall silent. He did not know how to answer this question. Looking at her husband, never saying anything. The woman immediately shook her head and asked Tieu Hoa and the others to leave. She spoke rudely to Tieu Hoa and Hung. They are not welcome here. At this moment, the father finally spoke. It's just that he doesn't help Hung and Tieu Hoa talk to each other. But let them leave first. Hung did not want his wife to stay here and suffer the anger. In the end, Hung could only take Tieu Hoa away from here. After they left, new wife accuses father. Because of you, there are now two strangers in the house. Having said that, she pushed the dishes away. Then she left angrily. At this time, the father was angry and did not dare to speak. Then why bother eating? He was angry with himself for being useless. He also blamed himself for loving Tieu Hoa. At this time, Tieu Hoa and Hung also returned home. Tieu Hoa is in a complicated mood. No idea. How should she handle her relationship with her father in the future? Mute woman remembers her father. Gold necklace for her. Watch again and again. This is the only way she remembers her father. Whenever she sees this necklace, she will remember. Her father reunited and passed away after a long absence. Tears of longing kept falling from the corners of my eyes. Father's last farewell. Let Tieu Hoa feel the resentment of more than 20 years. Gradually disappear. Now she only thinks about her father. just when Tieu Hoa was alone. Mom is always the one who cleans the house, discovers strange things in girls. The mother put down the broom and went to her daughter. Mother wants to enlighten her. Mother does not know how to talk. Mother just knows how to stroke her daughter's hair. Try to comfort Tieu Hoa this way. It's just that this method only treats the symptoms and not the root cause. It could not soothe Tieu Hoa's longing at all. At the same time, life was not smooth for his father when he returned home. His current wife, knowing he came back to find his ex-lover, after wife and daughter, she has very strong opinions in her heart. Disabled father with no source of income, so he could only swallow his anger. Hear my wife scold me. Time has come soon to the next day. Tieu Hoa still can't get over the sadness. Look gloomy at work. Although these days, Mother C has been constantly enlightening Tieu Hoa, but the effect is very limited. Hung noticed his wife was in a bad mood. Come to Tieu Hoa to understand the situation. Through the mother-in-law's confession, Hung knew the reason why Tieu Hoa was unhappy. Hung feels like it will continue like this. The person responsible for this problem is not Hung. Decided to bring Tieu Hoa to visit her father. Of course, before going, Hung still consulted his mother-in-law. Mother-in-law does not want to go by herself, but she did not stop Tieu Hoa and Hung from going. Mother-in-law feels the matter between her and Tieu Hoa's father. Love is the grudge of the previous generation. Mothers should not force their daughters. After leaving home, Hung based on the address given by his father-in-law. Hung began asking around the village. Luckily, father-in-law's personality is becoming more and more clear. Hung just said, everyone there knows who it is. So Hung did not spend much effort. Hung found out where his father-in-law is currently living. After arriving, Tieu Hoa was still a little scared to go in. Luckily, Hung was there to encourage her. That's why she didn't run away from the battle. They both felt nervous. Quietly to the kitchen door. The two had no idea what was going on inside. Hung could only temporarily hide at the door. Quietly listen to the conversation of the people in the house. Dad's current wife is no fuel-efficient lamp either. She has a strong personality. She poured her husband's rice straight into her bowl. Prepare for a full meal. Witnessing father's anger towards Tieu Hoa and her mother. Tieu Hoa is so sad. Her tears could not stop falling. Tieu Hoa and Hung were not willing to sacrifice themselves. They know if they show up, it will only make Dad's life more difficult. But my father's current wife, the words are getting harder to hear. So, Tieu Hoa, who has always been kind-hearted, she can't stand it anymore. She rushed into the house and groped the woman. Don't let her do this to her father, but was scolded by a woman. Asked them who they are. Father introduced to wife. Said they were his daughter and son-in-law. After knowing the identity of the tourist, the woman was immediately angry. Stand up from the bench. In her eyes, Tieu Hoa and Hung, the two are here to cause trouble for their families, so as not to embarrass father. Hung explained that they came here for no other purpose, just want to see Dad. It's just that women don't listen to their explanations. Just ask him, do you want this house after all? Do you still want your old house? The woman's words made the father fall silent. He did not know how to answer this question, looking at her husband, never saying anything. The woman immediately shook her head and asked Tieu Hoa and the others to leave. She spoke rudely to Tieu Hoa and Hung. They are not welcome here. At this moment, the father finally spoke. It's just that he doesn't help Hung and Tieu Hoa talk to each other, but let them leave first. Hung did not want his wife to stay here and suffer the anger. In the end, Hung could only take Tieu Hoa away from here. After they left, new wife accuses father. Because of you, there are now 2 strangers in the house. Having said that, she pushed the dishes away. Then she left angrily. At this time, The father was angry and did not dare to speak. Then why bother eating? He was angry with himself for being useless. He also blamed himself for loving Tieu Hoa. At this time, Tieu Hoa and Hum also returned home. Tieu Hoa is in a complicated mood. No idea. How should she handle her relationship with her father in the future?